Hey everyone, welcome back to Rat City. My name's Victoria, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, hello again, and welcome back, like I just said. Okay. I got Needle here with me, hiding in my hair, and the hair that's not really my hair, so yeah, it's fine. Anyways, I really wanted to make a video about my experience finally getting Hunter's nails trimmed. He really needed it, and this actually wound up becoming a very long process. I know a lot of people have issues getting their dog's nails trimmed because they don't like having their paws touched. So a couple things that I'm gonna discuss in this video are fear-free veterinarians, giving dogs Trazadone, and the most effective way I found to give dogs pills, because that can be tricky, and of course getting... Aw, Hunter! I think his daddy left the room. He went upstairs for a minute. You don't gotta cry, buddy. Hi. Hello. Hunter, these Cheerios are for Mink, not for you. Mink? What? Wow. Mink's over there in the cage. This is Needle. Needle. Want to tweet. Anyways, the topics that I'm going to discuss in this video while I tell you guys the process of getting Hunter's nails trimmed are giving dogs pills and fear-free veterinarians. And also probably a little bit about going to a veterinarian during COVID, because that is a very different experience. And I got a bunch of video throughout this whole process, so I'm gonna share that with you guys. And yeah, if all of that stuff sounds interesting to you, keep watching. Or if you just wanna stare at this cute little rat that I'm hanging out with, keep watching. Or if you just wanna stare at me, keep watching. Or if you don't care about any of this stuff, keep watching my video. I will begin by discussing the process of trying to cut Hunter's nails. Hunter, like many dogs, does not like having his paws touched. He just doesn't. Veterinarians and dog behaviorists will suggest that you touch your puppy's paws when they're, well, puppies, so that they get used to you doing that. But I mean, despite doing that, it did nothing. It didn't work. He doesn't like it, and that's just something that he doesn't like. So no matter what we did, hello. So we knew that it would be a problem. We tried nail clippers, but he squirmed around so much that once we actually cut part of the quick of one of his nails off, and it started bleeding, and that was, I'm sure, not only traumatic for him, but it was kind of traumatic for us. So we were nervous about that and weren't really interested in doing that again. So the next step that we took was getting a Dremel, which is essentially an electric filer. I got it. Here's the Dremel. There are some Dremels that are not made for dog paws, dog nails, dog nail trimming. This specifically is. And if you're gonna try that, I guess you could accidentally get one that wasn't for dogs, but I'm pretty sure most people would just Google dog Dremel. Anyway, this is an Oster. As you can see here, there are different circular insertion sizes for different size nails, different size paws. It is electric, battery operated. The file in here that's on a spinning, I was gonna say turret, but it's basically like a drill. It spins this, hold your dog's paw, stick the tip of their nail in here so that there's not a chance that you're going to cut into the quick of their nail, because this acts as a barrier. So these are very safe, and we really liked them and had a lot of high hopes for them, but Hunter did not. His reaction to this was kind of like his reaction is to a leaf blower or a vacuum or a hair dryer. It's loud. It's like zzz. He didn't like it. So this definitely didn't work. He didn't want to get anywhere near it. Over here. I tried to set it in front of him so he could examine it while it was off. Then I tried to turn it on and set it in front of him so that he could examine it while it was on. It didn't work. This is essentially getting down to the point where, like, it's kind of like the rats. They hate getting baths. And yes, rats bathe themselves constantly, but they still need an actual bath, in my opinion. Once they start smelling, I try and do that for them every few months. Rats really do not like water, and Hunter really doesn't like having his nails trimmed or his paws touched. The reason that we wanted to do it ourselves was because he was a puppy, so what I'm about to say might not have been applicable at the time. However, a lot of groomers don't like working with giant breed dogs. Also, you know, Akitas, because they're not tolerant. They're prideful dogs. They're, in my opinion, regal. The bigger he gets, I was joking that I feel like I should live in a castle because this dog is so like mighty. I love him. He's an incredible dog. Yeah, so they don't necessarily feel comfortable working with dogs that are that big. This leads to my point about giving dogs sedatives so that they will calm down and allow you to trim their nails. So no on the groomer. After months, we trimmed like 2 of his nails at 7 months, and we're like, this is not okay. If a dog's nails get too long, it can impact the way that they grow because the nails are essentially clacking. So what happens is the paw is like this. Oh, Needle just peed on me. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Oh, I gotta put this girl back. That's all in my hair extensions. Okay, I'm back. That was something. I love you, Needle. It's okay. So essentially the way that a dog's paw sits while they're moving is drastically going to be affected by the length of their nails. Dog's paws here, nails are short, this is the ground, they're not gonna be hitting the ground. If the nails are too long, it's actually gonna have them like this. During their development and their growth, it can affect the way that they walk. It will negatively impact their gait, and essentially, well, that's no good. That's no good. We don't want that. We were at Walmart checking out and we saw this dog. And her nails were like this long. It was awful. That is, in my opinion, animal abuse. That's serious neglect. And maybe that dog also had issues with getting her nails trimmed. Maybe it was a he. I don't know. It's really important no matter what. If rats don't like water, still gotta give them a bath. I'm sorry. If Hunter doesn't like having his paws touched, he has to get his nails trimmed. We're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna. That. Basically at this point, we made an appointment with a veterinarian. And after trying 3 vets, I'm not gonna go into that story because that's getting too long, but I guess long story short, it took us a little bit of shopping to find someone who would actually finally get the job done. I guess a lot of vets don't like to do things that they believe groomers can do. But, you know, after explaining our situation, I think a lot of people can understand this. This is a health hazard. Like, you need to do this. We got there because he needed a lepto vaccine. He needed a second round of lepto. And while he was getting that, we were gonna have his nails trimmed. That wouldn't take. So the veterinarian prescribed him Trazadone. Told us, you know, make an appointment in a couple days, and 2 hours before the appointment, give him 2 of these Trazadone pills so that he will be calm and relaxed and we can get his nails trimmed. I had mentioned that I wanted to talk about fear-free veterinarians. In my opinion, if your dog, well, I think that you should go to a fear-free veterinarian anyway, but if your dog specifically is gonna have issues, if you know your dog has issues with nail trims, find a fear-free veterinarian. Fear-free veterinarians, basically, they're not just concerned with your dog's physical well-being. they're also concerned with their emotional health. The reason that some dogs hate the vets and they start shaking and having like anxiety responses is because they've had a traumatic experience at a vet. Like they need their nails trimmed and they got like 2 vets holding them down and like they're crying. Awful. It's really about respecting the dog and making sure that if the dog is signaling to you, and you'll know if your dog doesn't like something, but if they're signaling that they're not comfortable and they don't like something, to stop and to try and find another way to do that. Fear-free vets have this saying, take the pet out of petrified. Oh gosh, I kind of cringe when I hear the saying because it's just one of those sayings that you're like, you know, eye rolling. Take the pet out of petrified and put the treat back in treatment. It's so cheesy. It's so, I also kind of love it, like it's true. It also makes no sense. You can't spell petrified without the word pet in it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being weird. That's essentially the basis of fear-free veterinarians. So we found one that we thought we would like, and we did end up liking them a lot. Very competent vet techs, clear communication. I think the only communication problems that we really had with them was not really on anybody's part, but just because of this whole COVID thing. This is a side note, but I did say that I wanted to kind of touch on this, and then I'm gonna get back to the Trazadone. Going to a vet during COVID is weird. You drive up in a slot, you call, tell them that you're here for your appointment, they walk out and get your dog and go in. So you're sitting there waiting out in your car. We had like 4 different phone calls with them, and then a 5th phone call at the end so they could take payment over the phone. Then we had a folder with his paperwork and wound up forgetting that because, you know, usually you would take it and you'd sit in a room, the vet tech would take it or the doctor or whatever, and then you would interact with them right after that and they'd give it back to you. But because there's like 6 cars outside, we didn't get that folder. So then we had to get it 3 days later when we went back to get his nails done. It just turns into this whole weird thing. So yeah, not a fan of this curbside vet stuff. COVID is quite an interesting experience. All right, so I'm gonna get back to talking about Trazadone. I'm gonna read a little bit about it on rover.com. Here we go. Trazadone for dogs is a treatment for anxiety and behavioral issues. It can be prescribed by veterinarians, although it is only officially approved by the FDA for use in humans. Veterinarians will typically start dogs on the lowest possible dosage of Trazadone and then increase it as needed to reduce the likelihood of side effects. Trazadone 100 milligram tablets, they gave us a quantity of 10. 2 tablets at least 2 hours before the stressful events to be used as a sedative. These little pills are looking like this. So we have the Trazadone, we have our sedative. It's more of like an anti-anxiety medication, and it is given to humans. I've never tried it, but my partner has, and he said that he essentially no effect. It's not an SSRI, but it is like an antidepressant, but it has drowsy effects. So that's why it's given as a sedative. Trazadone HCI was first developed as an antidepressant for humans and used off-label for insomnia and post-traumatic stress. Since this medication has proven effective with a relatively safe profile, it has also been shown to be effective in dogs. It's commonly prescribed to dogs and cats for anxiety, fear, and other anxiety-based behavioral disorders. It is a serotonin 2A antagonist reuptake inhibitor and works by keeping serotonin in the brain's synaptic space for longer, where it has an effect on mood. Serotonin is a feel-good neurotransmitter that's associated with an increased sense of well-being and decreased aggression. So we weren't actually very hopeful about using the Trazadone and it actually having a significant impact on Hunter, but we went for it, obviously, because this has been a long process of trial and error, and so, you know, you gotta just keep trying new things until you find something that works. A couple of days go by and it's got to that time where we need to give Hunter his dose of Trazadone. We find that the best way to do this, and I'm gonna show out this video, is to just crush up the pills and put it in food. We had 1 can left of Royal Canin puppy food. So we crushed the pills up and threw it in there, mixed it up, and then put it on top of his Royal Canin kibble.
You talk about how much pain in the ass this is when you do your voiceover for it. Hunter, guess what I got for you, buddy? Look at this. Look. What's that? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
What is that? What is that? Is that food? Is that food? Oh, it's a good boy.
That's a good boy. Here, go ahead. You can eat.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Eat your food. There are different weird methods that are used for dogs to take pills. Some people wrap pills in cheese or cover them in peanut butter or buy little pill pouches. There's like these milk bone pill pouches that you can throw the pill in and then give it to your dog. It really makes the most sense to like just mix it in with their food. It's gonna be the easiest way for them to take the medication. You're not putting in it a whole pill like with a piece of cheese. They're gonna bite into it and be like, what is this? Based on our experience, those methods just are not as effective. So we do that, we put the food in the bowl, and then he doesn't eat all of it. He ate a significant amount of it, but not all of the wet food. Initially, I was like, oh, we should just give him the wet food to make sure that he eats all of it. But his normal diet is kibble. Like, he eats dry food. So it could be, I was gonna say detrimental. It could upset his stomach to have a drastic meal change like that. So we mixed it together. So after he ate that, he did seem kind of tired. He laid down and seemed to take a little nap, but he got excited when he realized we were leaving.
Good boy.
So we'll see how well this works,
Good
because
boy, Hunter.
that's what's all left.
Good leash.
Someone doesn't look tired at all.
They must have seen us pull in, she said, because they were checked this out.
Cool.
Oh, how nice is that?
I'm hoping we can make this work.
Yeah, you're pretty alert.
Yeah. I really hope that this is gonna work, but my hopes are not high. We had an entire conversation about that on the drive over here, about how he could go in and nothing will happen, or something will happen, but it won't be him getting his nails trimmed. And we'll have to make another appointment and double the dose or whatever. We'll see. We will see. Hey, don't forget this.
Oh yeah. I got a see.
Ready, man? So not sedated.
That's what I told her. I was like, he did take some. He didn't finish all of it. He did finish most of it. But it does not seem to have had a significant effect on him. That's what I told her.
That's exciting. So yeah, we got a call like 15 minutes later and they were like,
Yeah, he definitely did not. The Trazadone didn't do anything for him.
but as it turns out, they were able to get his nails done.
Hey, buddy.
I've been trying to tell him to
How was it? How'd it go? Okay, see those nails?
Oh, he actually got him trimmed.
And the after. Hunter, you're such a slobbery boy. You the most slobbery.
smart that check.
We were like, how did you do that? And they told us that they actually wound up putting a muzzle on him, which worked fine. And as a fear-free veterinary hospital, they said that it wasn't much of a struggle, like they had to kind of work with him a little bit, but real quick, and he was fine. And he came out and he seemed all happy, he didn't seem really upset or anything, and yeah, we were really happy with that. So we got like 8 pills of Trazadone.
Party!
Using that for him, we might need a higher dose, but haven't really talked to a veterinary about that. I don't want to give him too much of it. There are side effects to Trazadone.
Trazadone was found to be well tolerated with minimal side effects in dogs. Possible side effects include sedation, lethargy, gastrointestinal symptoms, vomiting, and slash diarrhea, ataxia, previous and prolonged erections, increased anxiety, and aggression. However, these symptoms are uncommon, and likely but serious side effect called Stroll syndrome can occur when Trazadone is combined with other serotonin enhancing drugs such as fluoxetine and clomipramide.
Obviously. So yeah, we were really excited to finally have found success, and also with a fear-free veterinary hospital. So really happy with that. Yeah, I just wanted to share our experience with giving our dog Trazadone during COVID because he needed to get his nails trimmed.
Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hunter. Okay. Buddy. He's crawled now behind my... What are you... He's like stuck behind my chair. Okay. I'm really hoping that the muzzle at this fear-free vet... What are you doing? Alright, okay. Just wants to chill under my desk. The way that this will work is the more you trim the dog's nails, the more the quick will recede. And so essentially, by the time they're adults, what you want is for the quick to be all the way back here so that their nails can sit short. And that's what we're going for. I'm really hoping that the process of muzzling him is gonna work consistently. So we'll see you next time. Okay, this is it. I don't really have anything else to say about this. Thank you guys so much for watching. You okay, buddy? You gotta go out? Hunter, do you need to go outside? Silence. Do you need to go outside? Do you need to go outside, Hunter? Okay.
gotta go do that.
Gosh, finally, you just stared at me in silence for like 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, please like if you liked this, please subscribe if you haven't, follow me on my other social media if you have any interest whatsoever into my existence, and have a fantabulous whatever you're doing thing. Yeah, have a good whatever. Bye guys.